News Flash. What's going on? This is your News Flash for Monday, December 14th of the year. Unfortunately, still 2020. What's going on with you? I'm Kev Kelm. This is the latest and biggest news stories coming into Monday Night Raw just a few days before WWE TLC. A lot to get into. On screen with me, the musical maestro of WWE, the man who is kabonged a guitar on Mighty a Few Head. That would be one Elias. He was recently on Lillian Garcia's Chasing Glory podcast and revealed quite a bit about his tumultuous ride to getting to the main roster from NXT. And he revealed quite a bit about how he was almost fired a couple of times. You should definitely check out this interview. Quite the read. We have a recap of it up now at WrestleZone. And he says, one of the people that runs NXT, he says, here's the deal. I'm going to turn the lights off. And when I turn the lights back on, you're going to give me something new. And I'm just like, no idea. He turns the lights off. When he turns them back on, I start yelling at everybody in Italian. I go through every single person. I'm just yelling at these guys. I'm just getting in their faces, whatever it is. And I sit down and I'm just looking at them. And Dusty Rhodes goes by and he says, holy shish. And Nick Dinsmore, Eugene, says, I got goosebumps. And the guy that puts me on the spot, he said, there it is. So he didn't say who put him on the spot, who put him on this list of potentially getting fired, but he says in this lengthy interview that he was potentially on the list of getting released from WWE many, many times while he was in NXT, and that does happen. It is a very competitive space here. Speaking of WWE's developmental system getting superstars ready for TV from the Performance Center, there are many superstars in the Performance Center right now that you don't see on television. You don't even see them on NXT. All right. And if you're there, you're trying to become the best superstar you are. Now, over the weekend, it was the big talking point amongst wrestling fans about how several main roster SmackDown RAW superstars, the big men of Raw and SmackDown, were sent to the WWE Performance Center in a reported fit or rant, as people connected it from the Wrestling Observer to one WWE chairman, Vince McMahon, and how he was upset with some of his big men and how they're performing on television. This list included many noteworthy superstars, including Otis, Dabba-Kato, you saw him most recently in the Raw Underground segments, and one person that got really under people's skin, former WWE NXT champion, former WWE NXT North American champion, a man who stormed into the WWE and was a huge part of last year's Survivor Series and even this year's Survivor Series, Keith Lee. A lot of people saying there's no way that Keith Lee should be sent back to the Performance Center. He's one of the best wrestlers you have. How can you do that? People are quite mad about it. More clarification coming about that today, that there are two different training sessions and that Adam Pearce, WWE official Adam Pearce, and Drew Gulak are involved in the training sessions. Now, what level of severity is being added to this? It isn't clear how mad he was. Some people have ran off with this in a lot of different directions. Some people have calmed it down, saying it isn't nearly as bad as you think it is, while other people think it's a total insult. What do you think? What do you think? If you're watching on demand or live, get your comments down below. I am of the side where I don't think it's bad. I mean, I still think you're going to see a lot of these characters on TV. If it was something where they were immediately off television, and we haven't really noticed if they're off TV yet, I wouldn't worry too much about it. I mean, everyone's freaking out about Keith Lee being sent to the WWE Performance Center for these training sessions. I don't know if that's particularly a bad thing. I think if they want to do that with you, it's because they want to make sure you're great. So maybe that's just me doing the positive spin on it, but I know people are going to be like, oh, Kev, you're too nice to WWE. You're too this. Sound off in the comments. Let me know. If you're enjoying the video, don't forget to hit that like button. All right? Hit the subscribe button if you're on YouTube. Also, over on Facebook, because they want to change your algorithm so much, you want to give us a follow and set your reminders when we know when you're live. We'll be live after Raw. We'll be live after AEW NXT. We'll be live this Sunday after WTLC. And we're talking about doing a special holiday watch-along where you on another screen watch the holiday classic Santa with Muscles or No Holds Barred. It's going to be a Hulk Hogan holiday. All right? Triple H in a different way. We're going to do a watch-along. We're going to do that based on your feedback. What should we watch? Should we watch No Holds Barred or Santa with Muscles? It's a Hulk Hogan holiday, and you got to let us know what you guys want us to watch. We're trying to have fun. You watch it, we goof on the movie at the same time. We have a fun time here. Another story we're following here at WrestleZone.com, and you may have already seen this on YouTube or on different video channels and social media today. WWE tends to put out a kind of holiday greeting card, a general feel-good message about the holidays, right? And this isn't a normal year. This is not a normal year. This is not a normal year by any stretch of the imagination. 2020 has been one of the worst years that any of us have ever gone through, and that goes well beyond wrestling. Obviously, you guys understand reality at this moment. And the pandemic and everything it's done and is rolled out here, WWE put out a holiday greeting message, which Drew McIntyre is in the ring. And he faces, here on screen, you can see it, what looks like the Mucinex character. Have you ever seen a Mucinex ad? It is a medicine here in North America. I don't know if you guys get the ad internationally. It's a big globbing pile of germs. You fight the germs, and it comes to your chest and keeps your chest cold. And Drew McIntyre fought 2020, which was kind of like a mascot version of it here. A pile of germs shaped like 2020. And then other superstars got into the fight. And they kind of edited the computer graphics around. It was kind of amusing. I heard some people say it was bizarre. It's definitely bizarre, but it was very much wrestling. It was very much like a send-up of wrestling. And a bunch of people beat up 2020. And then 2021 came out looking like a floating Mega Man, sort of. If you remember the Mega Man commercials. It's a pretty bizarre thing. It's definitely worth watching. It's very, very weird in a good way. Where wrestling, it's one of those weird, ridiculous, over-the-top things that could only happen in wrestling. And I am more than ready to be done with 2020. I am like a lot of you. I really, really want to be done with 2020. Right now at WrestleZone, we're getting you ready for the holidays with our holiday gift guide. A lot of different things you can get for the wrestling fan you know, or maybe another wrestling fan that you're friends with. You can definitely go check it out. A lot of different stuff you can pick up there, links to get it, deals on it, and so much more. A lot of cool stuff that you're enjoying, a lot of good books, a lot of good merchandise, deals on it as well. The best t-shirts you should look at. Maybe some classic t-shirts that are being reprinted again. Check out our holiday gift guide as well. And check out our podcast. We are available on Apple, Spotify, and so many more available apps all around the world. You can stream it or you can download it. We give you 4 to 5 episodes of WrestleZone wrap up every single week. The SmackDown Double Down, the AEW, 2 Dynamite Dudes with Attitude show, just AEW, plus bonus interviews. We're talking about some of the biggest upcoming names in the business. Daniel Garcia is going to be in Limitless Wrestling's Vacation Land Cup. We have to talk to him about that and so much more. It's pretty cool. Pretty cool stuff, man. A lot of content coming at you here through WrestleZone. Once again, don't forget to hit that like button. If you're watching the video and you don't hit the like button, you haven't done your duty. People asking, who's the wrestler of the year? Well, we'll get into that in the weeks to come. And we'll definitely work on our year-end 2020 awards that'll look a lot better